let's jump then to Josh's final.
Mick Jagger.
Final.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so we had Joseph Hobson Jagger, the guy who broke the bank at Monte Carlo.
Oh, yeah.
So let's look at him first. So he was born 1830. He went to Monte Carlo Casino in Monaco. So he was a businessman from Bradford. And fuck knows how he ended up doing this, but he ended up studying the roulette wheel at Monte Carlo Casino, and he noticed certain patterns. Whether the table was fucking wonky or I don't know. But he ended up winning over 2 million francs, which broke the bank. So breaking the bank is where there is not enough money in the casino to pay him out. So they got to go to the vaults, got to open all the vaults, and he became famous for that. And he invested in lots of property in Bradford, and all his family lived there. And that's what he did. So he spent his millions on houses in Bradford.
Wonder if we can reclaim any of them.
But that's who he is. And so I started looking through his family tree. Again, the name Jagger, which you're related to, and we end up with lots of recurring names. Jeremiah Jagger, Abraham Jagger. So again, we're back to biblical names, yeah? Jeremiah, Abraham. So, we're going back through these links, and the line kind of stops before it joins into your line. Okay. So, but there's a lot of similar names, and they're all in similar places. They're in Halifax, they're in Huddersfield, they're all around that area. So, based on the names that are in your family and in this guy's family, I would say that the families are connected. I don't know where, but I would say that he is part of your family. If I had to put my life on
Mick
it,
Jagger.
This is the Monte Carlo guy.
All right,
this is the Monte.
I just went way ahead then.
Yeah,
sorry.
This is the Monte Carlo guy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you're related to him.
So we think we've got that. We think that's a winner. So then they start doing Mick Jagger's tree. Obviously, lots of people have looked into Mick Jagger's family tree, and you start going back, and you start getting names like Joshua Jagger, which is your name. You get names like Solomon, King Solomon out of the Bible. Cool biblical names cool again. Then you get the name Abraham. Again, must be the same family, but this time we can get further back, and there is an intersection where you do share a grandparent with Mick Jagger.
Fucking hell. This dude's related to Charles Darwin and Mick Jagger, and I get a fucking pirate.
So, listen, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So, based on my calculations, he would be your sort of ninth cousin, a few times removed. So there is a distant cousin relationship there to Mick Jagger, which is mad. Again, the Jagger family is a big family, in the Halifax, Huddersfield area. It looks like this Joseph Hobson Jagger, the guy who broke the bank at Monte Carlo, is part of that same family, just because of the biblical names, the Abraham's, but obviously some lines stop and some records are kind of distorted, but I'm pretty sure that you're related to both of them. Then this is where it gets weird.
Oh, okay.
Because in going through your paternal line, the Moran line, obviously they're not all from Ireland. It gets back the other side, is Yorkshire based. We also have a Jagger in your family.
Surely not.
And we get back to a guy called Abraham Jagger, 1629, who is also in your tree. So it looks like very, very, very distantly you are related.
I dodged that a little.
Yeah, you are related. Now, the thing is, when you do DNA, the DNA test is very, very good up to like second, third cousins, and then you get diminishing returns. You could have fourth or fifth cousins who you know for a fact are your cousins, but the DNA test, you will get no match on the DNA. So you can still be related to people in a genealogy basis without having the shared DNA. Because obviously we've all got shared ancestors when you go far back enough. So
We're related,
So
mate.
unfortunately, all three.
Yes.
In fact, if we add in your pirate claim, all 4 fantastical claims are pretty much right.
Halfway through there, I thought I dodged the bullet. You've just ruined it for me now. I should have got up halfway. I thought, we're not related.
I've had enough.
It's all right. But that's...
Yeah, so it's
you kind of got to tolerate me now. We're like familiarly related.
yeah, that's it. I think, to be fair, I think Josh is actually closer related to Mick Jagger than he is to you. So that's
Happy to hear that.
so you can have Mick Jagger. So yeah, and that kind of brings us to the final thing. Is what we're saying is, in doing all these family trees, you get to. This is why I love the Norman invasions, like William the Conqueror coming over, because what he did is he came over 1066, 30 of his mates, who all happened to be his cousins, and he took over and he put all of his cousins, you can have Lincoln, you can have Doncaster, he put them all in places. Their family names became the name of that area, and we're all, most of us who families have been in this country for a long time, we're all connected to those Norman lords and somehow connected to each other that way. Do you know what I mean? So most family trees that I do, if I spend long enough doing it and I've got enough information and I can get back far enough, I can get to, sometimes I'll get back to like the exact Norman lord who brought their name over from Normandy. One of my friends is called Baggett. That's his last name, Baggett. And I literally traced his name back to a guy,
Like the bread.
a guy who was, his first name was Bagot or Bago or whatever you want to call it. He was a Norman lord who came over, and then his family took his last name, and the literally direct name line leads to him, which is mad when you can find that.
That's fucking nuts, isn't it?
So to close off, we at this table are all related.
Yeah.
And I've found out how.
All right, go on.
And we're related through a pretty important dude.
How is that? Can't be true, because you boys are both hard as nails, and I'm not really.
Well, this guy's hard as nails as well. And again, a lot of people, if you spend enough time doing your ancestry, a lot of us are related to the same person. And again, it's just the how things worked with the Norman invasion stuff. So we're talking 1,000 years ago. William the Conqueror came over. So this guy who we're all related to, you're actually the closest relation to him.
Okay.
He is your 28th great grandfather, and you're related to him. I found you're related to him paternally and maternally. So both sides is related to him.
Shit.
Yeah, obviously very, very distantly. So you're related through the Cornwall side, and also through a family called Oldroyd, who you're related to, who were then related to the Beaumont family, and then they tie to this guy. So yeah, this guy's your 28th great-grandfather. He's my 29th great-grandfather maternally. It could be paternally as well. Like, we've all got so many connections to this guy. So I'm 29th, and he's your 32nd great-grandfather. So we've all got a connection to this guy, and that guy is the man himself, Mr. William the Conqueror. He's our direct ancestor.
So what a revelation!
So that, there you go. So you're the closest there in terms of generations.
Yeah.
I'm one back, and you're a couple further back.
Jeez.
But yeah, he was the man. He came over and he took over, didn't he? He got rid of Harold Godwin's son, and some man he was. And this is why I like the Norman invasions, because we are all basically a product of that. Of that, that time. That's why we are who we are. The family names all came from that time. So I really like that. That was
that was mind blowing. I'm so glad that was 100th episode, because I thought it was gonna be something shit like we were gonna eat. We were gonna eat 100 we're gonna eat 100 nuggets. That's what it's gonna be.
well.
Thank God for you.
Now
Danny.
you've said that, just under the table here. No.